Okay, it's another day. It's another t-shirt. I got sent this squirrel t-shirt in the mail from one of you guys. If you didn't watch yesterday's episode, go back and watch it. Crazy mail time, like 12 packages or something. And this t-shirt was in there, so I'm definitely gonna rock it today. We are walking up to a Savers right now. Boom, pretty excited about it. I think they just opened. They just opened their doors and there's a line outside, so we're gonna get in here pretty early. But that line is long, it's pretty bad. Look at this, it's a long line. But let's get in there. Let's try to find some video games and maybe find some instruments, some musical instruments for our trade-in series.
All right, I have been scouring the jeans section to find some super cool vintage jeans, and I think I have got a few winners. So we have some Levi's that are good for color blocking. We've got Lee Riders, some more Lee jeans. These are actually men's, and I'm on the fence about them, but maybe. And some more Lee Riders. So I think all of those probably gonna be worth it because I really need some things to post. So we're gonna grab them.
Some Game Boy games. Nothing special. F1 race though.
Something I don't check here near enough are the blankets, and there's something that I always want to check because I do really well with crochet Afghans. And today they've got some cuties, and I'm very excited about them because they're so fall colored. I love it. Look at them. So we've got this gal here, this little guy here. I just feel like that's the epitome of fall, and it is pretty much already here. So I'm very excited to grab these, and they're pretty cheap, so I'm happy.
This doesn't look so good. Fantastic Pets though. Yeah. Nothing. I've looked through all these bag toys pretty hard, and all I've found so far is a pretty cool set of trains. There's some Thomas the Tank branded stuff, there's some not branded stuff, but this is pretty wild. Aquarium, they've got that's got a hammerhead shark. It's a train car with a hammerhead shark. That one's got like a jellyfish or an octopus or something in it. That's crazy. I found a Doctor Who comic for, it's half off, so 50 cents. That's awesome. This bag is full of Pokeballs. They don't look like Pokeballs, but those are Pokeballs. And then like super awesome yo-yo. I swear I just saw a Power Ranger. Where'd he go? I've lost him. Here. Oh, he's missing a hand. His hands are like missing. Okay, well, not gonna buy that. There's a turtle in there too. I thought we struck gold. Oh look, a little basket for me. Star Wars. I'll just take them all. There's some hardbacks down here too, but I actually don't mess with the hardbacks. Every single book they've made has a paperback, and there's just too much to deal with. Not a bad half off day haul. Had to hit them with a receipt. We are right next door to that Savers, and Savers is like right there, and that right there is Goodwill. I like it when they're close together like that, don't you?
Good times.
Well, they have some video games, but once again, it's a bunch of nothing. Ooh, that's gross. It's just all dirty and stuff.
So I'm gonna start by saying I do not need this. Having this in Arizona is completely ridiculous, but doesn't make me not want it. Look at him. It's a Spongebob umbrella. Look at him. That's awesome.
Fresh cart. Not so fresh. Okay, first of all, that's a pretty pony.
So pretty.
Second of all, I don't know. We've passed these up before, so we probably don't need to get that right. It was in box. I don't know. We sell a lot of stuff like that in our antique malls. Did you see this? Listen, I don't want to let you down. This is not as exciting as it looks. I thought this was a Bratz carrying case. I guess it still could be, but it's full of gross makeup. Didn't you hope it was just gonna have some Bratz dolls in it?
I just thought I didn't care if it was empty. It'd be a cool carrying case.
Well, that's the thing. It could be empty. I don't think we're gonna mess it up. It's kind of gross. I had hoped there were some dolls in it. There was not.
Aww.
But I kind of want to get this for our pony show.
I love that. Is it? It looks like a Pokemon, but I guess it's My Little Pony, right?
Yeah, that's not a Pokemon. She's got a symbol on her ass and everything.
Yeah, she's definitely a pony.
About to roll up on a store called Half Price Books. Pretty long backstory to our history with this store. We were out of town doing some videos, and while we were out of town, we went to one of these stores, and it was awesome. Somebody pointed out that we also had them here in Phoenix, so we rushed all of them in town, and it was cool. It's a cool store. We just never went back since, and we should have. We just, I don't know, forgot about it. We're sleeping on it, so let's go check them out. Check that out. There are two different ones. I'm gonna get one of each. That's awesome. I can't believe these are here. This is kind of confusing, but I had to walk in here to remember this. This bookstore doesn't have video games. Last time we were here, we asked, because we had been to a couple before this one that all had awesome deals on video games. And we asked, do you have video games? And they said, no, we're not allowed to sell them without a license within this city. So the other ones are in different nearby cities. This one can't sell them because of that. So bummer. But I think we'll have to make an episode next week, go into those other ones and find some video games. It's time for another thrift store. I almost said that. We were watching too much Yu-Gi-Oh! It sounded like I was about to say, it's time to duel. Okay, 360 Thrift. Hannah's favorite thrift store, or one of your favorites.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
I don't know.
Love it.
Is it your favorite, or?
Could be. We'll see.
Yeah, we I don't know. We never really decide on actual favorites. My favorite's usually the one I'm walking up to. Bruh.
So the reason I wanted to come to 360 Thrift is because usually their jeans are a little bit cheaper, and I really need some Levi's for color blocking. So I thought maybe I would get some cheap stuff here. And they do have them cheaper for sure. Found a pair of 38s. They're still $6 though. And they're fine. They're definitely usable, and I could definitely work with them. But they're not perfect, and for $6, it's giving me pause, but I'm gonna think about it for a minute. I'll probably end up getting them. Shiny.
Oh, listen.
You're making music.
That was fun.
Anyway, back to the clip I was actually gonna make. It's funny, last time they had one of these here. Now there's two. We're still missing, it's being weird. We're still missing that big one, but these two go together, and then there's one that fits right here. Neither of them have their lids, so not a good buy, but it is funny they are multiplying.
I don't need this, but I want it. This is actually new product. This is not, ooh, it says 99 cents.
You don't need it.
Well, what if I go trick-or-treating?
Who's gonna give you candy?
It's gonna look like this because I'm so much larger than all the adults. Can I have some candy, please? Please?
I'm like, sir, you're being very weird. You are a grown man. Stop asking for free candy. Go buy it yourself.
I want it. I'm not gonna get it. It takes up too much space. Maybe we'll find one. I was gonna say maybe we'll find one at the thrift, but we're at the thrift and it's $1, so there's no excuse not to get it. So we're gonna go to another buy, sell, trade store. It's not the other store that we just went to. It's a completely different one, but the one that we went to made me think of this one, and it was on the way home. And honestly, I should have saved it for another episode so we can just go to some buy, sell, trade stores all in one day that are all a little bit different, look for different stuff, but I had to come. This store is really cool, so stick around. This place is called House of Used, and this is right inside the door. All the VHS, also right inside the door. Giant skeleton. That's crazy. $60 will get you over 400 cards from, let's see, what does that say? Can you see it? Cards from 90s movies, Jumanji, Batman, Waterworld cards, okay. Look at all these Marvel figures. This reminds me of some stores back home when I was growing up. It's awesome. Cool, lots of cheap games. Super cheap games. This store is called House of Used. It's pretty cool. The other one in town just closed down, so this one's overstocked because they moved all the stuff over here and kind of packed this one out. Very interesting. I missed the old one though. It was my favorite. But it's all here now. And that skeleton is huge. We're gonna make it home because we just keep rolling past stores. This is actually a really dangerous street to be on. There's like 5 Goodwills on it, like within 10 miles or so. It's kind of crazy. We're just not gonna do well with games today. Just not gonna happen. Oh crap, we're in trouble. I had to go get a cart because, oh my goodness, just look at this. So I walked up here and I saw Gundam. Not only did I see Gundam, but G Gundam, which is my favorite Gundam. I collect Gundam stuff, so I was like, bought, easy. But then I kept looking, and that's Animerica. It's a monthly anime magazine. I know nothing about the value. I know I've come across this before, but I'm already going, okay, I gotta look it up. I doubt it's terribly valuable. I'm gonna find out before we leave. Like, I don't think this stack could like sell on eBay or anything crazy, but we'll see. Maybe it will. But then I was like, well, could I sell at my toy booth? And I was like, well, $2.29, this gets pretty expensive, right? Green tags are half off today. So we could leave with all this pretty cheap. So I'm definitely gonna leave with the Gundam stuff, okay? And then I think I need to take a little more time because if there are, oh my gosh, if there are some in here that have like posters and stuff, especially like Gundam posters or something, I gotta take those. So I've got a lot to figure out. A whole lot, a crazy amount. I mean, these are all half off, every one of them. So give me some time to look through them and then we'll talk about it.
It's stuck forever. I think it is $7.49. I don't like spending that much on them. Will if they're like amazing. That one's like cool, but not amazing. So we're not gonna get that. Have the jeans section. They've got a really interesting pair here. It's early jeans. They're super old. I went $10 for them, and with the like sizing and the style of them and the brand of them, I don't think they're gonna be quite worth it. If they were Levi's or something, I would definitely get them, but Lee's just aren't quite, it's not quite fetching the higher dollar like Levi's do.
So I dug through all these magazines and they're fun to look at. And I could probably make some pretty cool videos out of them for my other channel, but I don't think we could sell them too incredibly well. They'd probably go slowly in our antique malls. Lots that are similar size to this that we have here are selling on eBay for anywhere between $5 and sometimes $20. Some specific special issues go for a lot individually, but not really any of those in here. So I think I'm just gonna buy the Gundam ones for me and put the rest back. But it was a lot of fun to look through them. I kind of wish I had them at home just to thumb through them and read all the articles on the animes I'm interested in, like Gundam, etc. But it's pretty cool. It's always interesting to see what you'll find at the thrift. Look, a Crocs tote. Crocs? I know we only went to one Savers today for half off Monday, but we've been doing that for a couple weeks in a row now. What happens is on one Monday, we go to all of them in town except for one, because there's one of them that sits so far away from the others that by the time you're at the furthest one away, it's an hour back to the other one, and at the end of a day full of half off Savers, we never want to do that, right? So what's been happening is on our off week, we'll just go to the one that we missed, and that's what happened here. So that way, we give them all a little time to restock and refresh. So today was a one half off day, but I think we kind of made up for it, because we went to several other thrift stores there and just kind of bounced around and had a leisurely day of thrifting. I kind of honestly didn't think it was going to go very well. I mean, I got some stuff, and we got some stuff, but I kind of felt like I knocked it out of the park right there at the end with those magazines. And we're going to spend some time looking at those together here in a second. But let's talk about what this lady got, because you got an armful of something there.
I got not one, but 2 beautiful crochet blankets. And aren't these just like pick 3 fall colors?
Yeah, it looks like candy corn.
I mean, sure. But, yeah, these are just, like, the most beautiful little fall-colored blankets just in time for October, and I'm very happy about it. So.
Very nice. Well, what else did you get?
That's a good question there, Dallas. Let me see. I got some jeans, so these are to cut up and make color block jeans out of, as are these, but not together. Those wouldn't look good together, but I have several. So these are Lee jeans. I got a bunch of just basic brand vintage jeans that were cheap, and I really need them. So
very nice. These
were cool because they're tan, and I don't see tan very often. These are cool because I don't see the dark wash very often in this brand style. So, yay!
So those are all for resale, all for making your custom jeans out of, etc. Okay, well, I got a lot to talk about here, and we're just going to kind of run through it. You see this bag right here? There's some like Lego in there, and these Pokeballs, which are pretty interesting. One of you guys sent one of these in the mail, and I didn't know what it was for a little while, but it's this Pokeball, and you put the Pokeball, it's a Pokeball and you put the Pokemon inside, because that's how that works. And then you like throw it, and of course, it shoots the Pokemon out. Like, it's kind of crazy. I bought this because I've seen these for sale over at at the collector's marketplace store that we go to a lot, and since that was in the bag, and this really, like, I don't know how to explain this to you, like this really high quality yo-yo was in there. So high quality I can't figure out how to wind it. I'm not a yo-yo expert, so don't get mad at me. I'm doing really bad, by the way. It's just, this is really heavy. Hannah, feel how heavy this is.
Oh, wow.
It's like very substantial. It's a very nice one. So I've not exactly been collecting yo-yos. My grandfather was actually a yo-yo collector. It was one of the big things he collected. He was also a clock repairman. So my whole life, the whole house was just like yo-yos and clocks. It was pretty cool. It was a really cool childhood. But I've gotten a few that I like from the thrift stores in recent time, just to kind of commemorate him. And also, my dad told me next time I come home that maybe I can take some of, if not all, his yo-yo collection back home, because tell me it doesn't belong here on these shelves. Just a shelf full of yo-yos. That'd be pretty cool. So a few or all of them, maybe I'll bring them back one of these days, and I'll have a few of my own to put in there. But yeah, that was really a bag of nonsense. I just couldn't leave that yo-yo behind. Now, come down here and check this out. A few more Thomas the Tank. But look at this. Hannah, did you see this?
What?
Do we sell this, or does this go on... It lights up!
Oh,
I didn't even know that. That's a hammerhead shark. Does that go on the shark shelf, or does that go to the booth to resell? Because there's also...
Oof. Is it octopus?
I guess so. It's pretty wild.
Creepy.
And then just some more Thomas the Tank stuff. Yeah, also some Legos, a car, some off-brand. So we sell a ton of that stuff. And honestly, I'm going to put a little premium on these. Or you know what? I'm not at all going to be collecting Thomas the Tank stuff, okay? But I have kept myself one little car on the shelf of just stuff I like. So you know what we're probably going to do for now? Just so I can have my own little... Is this going to even work? Ah, opposites attract, remember? So check this out. Let me move this back real quick just to show you how this works. Look at that. Look at it. I'm super... Oh, can't go nowhere, can you? I'm pumped about that. We'll keep the shark one on my personal train set, and we'll sell that one.
Okay.
How's that sound?
He's really creepy.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Okay, I bought one comic book today, Doctor Who, pretty sweet, and a bunch of Star Wars books. We resell a ton of these, and I'm collecting certain sets of them, so I didn't even look whether or not there was one in here I wanted to keep, because if there happens to be one for the set I need, sweet. If not, they all just go to our toy booths, and they sell pretty well for me. So when I can get them on sale on half off day, I do. So that was pretty awesome. Now let's talk about the super important... Well, there's two very important things for today. One of them is the My Little Pony cards, which I'm very, very excited about. Hannah and I have a second channel, right? And on the second channel, one of the biggest goals of that channel is for us to play a bunch of card games together and learn how to play them. So Hannah and I are kind of going back and forth, picking the ones we want to play, and I'm acquiring the decks for them, and we're going to play them on video. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited about it. So this is actually 2 different starter decks for My Little Pony. One of the ones at the top of the list that Hannah wants to play, so that's exciting. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. Interestingly, I'll talk more about this game on our other channel. It's a game that, like, most card games you'll ever play are all about attacking your other opponent, right? And taking points from them, battling. Almost every trading card game you can think of is like that. It's the most My Little Pony thing ever, but that's not how this game works. This game, you like have objectives to complete, and you race against your opponent to collect points by achieving said objectives. It's a really neat card game. And if you want to see a grown man named Alice with a southern drawl playing My Little Pony, you should definitely subscribe to the other channel because it'll be fun. Now, that's most of what we got. This last thing I'm going to actually take the camera for so I can give you a really close look at this. I've marked a couple pages in a couple of these. We got to talk about Gundam, of course. That's really why I bought the ones that I chose to buy. But I marked a couple pages just to show you some stuff. Look at this gaming page. Game Boy Advance SP, some PlayStation, Dragon Quarter being advertised in here. Like, just when I got home and started opening these up, I instantly realized I was going to regret not buying the rest of them because there's just so much going on in these. There's so many advertisements for some of these older issues that are just gonna, like, that's just beautiful. There's just so much in here that just gets me giddy. There's so much Gundam stuff, which is why I bought these other copies, but they've all got something Gundam in them. My favorite anime ever, right there. Mobile Fight G Gundam, favorite, absolute. So there's a write-up in here all about it, and I can't wait to sit and read this. These Gundam ones will live on my Gundam shelf, which, look at that mess. I don't have it set up yet, but we will. And of course, SD Gundam was fun. I did watch that when I was a kid. But I also was really interested when I grabbed this. I didn't know this. I'm actually really surprised to find this out. Wizard had an anime magazine. I've toyed on and off with collecting Wizard magazine, comic book Wizard magazines. I just opened it right to the GT advertisement. Sweet. And I don't find them very often, so I have bought a few when I've seen them out, but I'm not going to collect Wizard anime, but I just didn't know they made that magazine, so that's cool. I'll keep an eye out for that in the future. But then, like, this, let's see. I think I bought the Cowboy Bebop one because the poster was still inside. Oh, baby. I didn't even look at it. I just saw a poster and said buy. How about that?
Jeez.
You like that?
She's got glasses and boobs.
I didn't even see the boobs. My eyes went straight to the Glock.
The Glock.
That's awesome. I would have bought way more if there were posters. Magazine posters are pretty special to me. I don't even know what that anime was, but I saw a poster. I said buy. Every copy of Animerica there that wasn't these didn't have a poster, so I didn't leave any posters behind. But I think that's going to be one of the crown jewels on my Gundam shelf. Some of my collections, you can kind of see it back here, like with the Pokemon stuff. I like putting the backdrop, like the VHS stuff that stands tall. So when I set up a Gundam shelf, that whole back will be these Gundam magazines. And I think personally that'll look super dope. But I don't very often leave the thrift store and leave something behind and regret it. I really don't. I mean, like, I've accidentally left expensive video games behind, and I don't even regret that most of the time. But, like, those magazines, I'm not even regretting it. But I think I will one of these days, because, like, I had an opportunity to set up a huge display of just anime stuff in one booth. Our toy booths were finding that if you put a lot of one thing, that's what it takes to sell a lot of one thing, right? So to sell just a few cars of our train sets at first, like, we had to put thousands in there. But once they started selling, people that knew that stuff was going to be there, they'd come back, and we eventually started selling it all out. So, like, I keep thinking, what if I just had a bookcase in one of my toy booths of manga, anime DVD, anime magazine, you know what I mean? And then just keep going and going, and then some figures or whatever. So part of me wishes that I'd have got them and put them on that shelf and in one of my toy booths and just went a little bit harder on anime and tried to really fill it out, but I don't know. It really seemed like it was 50-50, and I might have jumped in and not sold them. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, I could have sold them on eBay. They would have sold for a few bucks on there, but I'd have maybe doubled my money if I was lucky selling them all on eBay. So I'm not saying all that because I'm regretful now. I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to be, but I'm not going to worry about it terribly because I love the Animatrix. I love all this stuff that I bought the covers of, but Animatrix, Hannah, do you even know what that is?
Nope.
Well, they made a, like, Matrix 2.5 or something. I think it happens in between a couple of the Matrix movies. and it's just like a series of anime, or maybe it doesn't even necessarily happen in between them, but it's like a, you know, it's in the Matrix world, but it's just anime. It's anime. It's not even a series either. They're like 5 or 6 different one-off episodes. It's really cool, but I really haven't watched it since I was probably a teenager, so I need to go back and watch that again. But that one was a timestamp. I know, you know, I know roughly when that came out, so when I saw that magazine, I was like, well, I know that's about that old. So I don't know if I'll keep this one, because I don't collect Matrix stuff or anything. Maybe I'll just keep these as like the few copies of this I'm going to own. But like I said, hands down, Gundam shelf. That's all you really need to know about today. Now, let's talk about our favorite things that we picked up today. Hannah, what's yours? What's your favorite things you brought home?
The blankets.
The blankies? What do you think mine is? What do you honestly think it is?
A Pokeball? That was way better than I thought it would be. I'm gonna go with, can't wait to see my face. I'm gonna go with the Gundam magazines.
You'd be wrong.
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot about these.
I know, because they weren't sitting on the table. I'm just, what?
My Little Pwn.
Is that all it says? You're so dumb. I am happy about these. I really am. Especially since I'll probably sit down tonight and just like thumb through them. But I'd like to know before we go, guys, what is your favorite thing that we brought home today? And also comment below and let me know if any of you ever had a subscription to Animerica or Anime. I held up Anime Insider and said Animerica. Either one of these anime magazines, let me know. It's kind of funny. Growing up, for me, my only in to anime was Cartoon Network. So, of course, I grew up watching, you know, Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha and Rurouni Kenshin and those things that, for whatever reason, were the ones that came on the earliest part of the late night that they aired on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network. That was my only anime until I was an adult, you know. Well, Saturday morning anime is like Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess, but does that count? You know, it counts, but you know what I mean. So I definitely was never anywhere near any orbit of anime where I would have wanted a magazine subscription for it. But now that I'm older, I can definitely buy all the Gundam ones that show up. So very happy to have those. Comment below if you guys know anything else about that magazine. And let me talk about a couple things before we get out of here. Check out our merch store, tindostrash.com. There's a link below this video for that. And also there's a link below there where you can go join our public Discord, a place you can come chat with us and some of the other people that are involved in our community. Over on our merch store, we're selling #TrashLife t-shirts. And it's kind of part of our social media campaign where we're hoping you guys will post all of your recent yard sale and thrifting pickups on social media and hashtag them, #TrashLife. I was going to say Thrift Life, not saying. Probably won't see them if you hashtag them Thrift Life. Trash Life is what we're doing. And we got some live videos coming up real soon where we're going to do some giveaways, just looking at social media posts and stuff. It's something we're just planning a big knockdown, drag out party for. We're going to do something really cool. So make sure you are posting what you find at the thrift store and hashtag it, #TrashLife. That's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for sticking around. Come back tomorrow because we do post daily videos here. If you subscribe and turn those notifications on, you'll know that you'll get a notification when those things go live. So make sure you come back then. And until then, guys, peace out.
Dallas, I choose you.